Hi. Hey, Dam. Mangal Kakade. You're calling me Dam? Is that like how you see me? Hi, everybody. How are you guys doing? Welcome to today's live. Um, Nice to meet you too. My name is Anne. If you are joining this live for the first time, um, I'm coming to you live in my house here in Nairobi, Kenya. I'm drinking some tea here on my mug, and I have some ground nuts, cashew nuts, pumpkin seeds, um, yeah, some nuts. I have a mix of nuts here that I am enjoying with my tea. I sorry. Okay, you are sorry, Mangal. Bubble tea? No, it's not bubble tea. It's Kenyan milk tea. Tea made. That word is not coming. Tea made with milk. Um, Yawn Bubbles. Hey, how are you? Thank you so much for joining. Please like the live as you join in, and let me know. Say hi as everyone else is saying hi. Please just say hi on the comment on the chats. And let me know where you're watching from. What's up? Where you are? How are you doing this Sunday afternoon? It's thank you for liking the live. Please like the live. It's what time? Let me see. It's uh 20 minutes past 2 p.m. here in Nairobi, so it's afternoon. I don't know what time it is where you are. What is the time, by the way, where you are? The tea, this is milk tea. It's water mixed with milk. Then you add some tea leaves. You can add some spices if you love spices, but it's a famous Kenyan tea, you know. So yeah, that's what is in here. Yon, it's 13:26 here in Denmark. Oh, nice. We are 1 hour ahead of you guys. Okay. Good afternoon, Yon Bubbles. Thank you guys for liking the live. Again, I try to do these lives every Sunday. I didn't do live last week, Sunday. I was out of town. I was in the village. I went to see my mom and just spend some time with her. So I wasn't able to come live. One, because oh, electricity, we use solar in the village, and you need solar to be charged for you to charge every other thing in the house. So I wasn't able to charge my phone that day, and I didn't have enough power to go live. So that's why that's one of the reason I didn't go live. And the other reason was basically I just thought, I am here for a couple of days. I might as well just spend these few days, that I have with mom. So that's what I did. So I wasn't able to come live. What was the T again? Oh, sorry, I already did that. Hey, how are you doing? I can't read your name. I don't I don't understand that language. But hi, and thank you for joining in. So yeah, I missed last week's live, and I missed you guys. If you frequent here, we do this every other weekend. Duck, how are you doing? Thank you for joining and for saying hi. Welcome to today's live. We normally just catch up, nothing serious on here. I just chat, catch up with you guys and just know how your week has been. What are you planning for the coming week, and anything interesting that happened um, on your week? Like, was there anything fun, nice you'd like to share with us that happened in the course of your week? You can share that as well. Yeah, that's what we do on this live. So it's not a serious live, honestly. I think I just started these lives, and over time I've just gotten used to coming live every other Sunday. I mean, previously I would do them every day. I was working fully at home at that point, so I really had so much time in the house. Well, not so much time, but I I would sometimes just spare an hour or two to just do live, and I would do most of them while cooking in the evening. And it was a really good time to unwind and connect with most of you on my YouTube. But then life happened. And so, I still work from home, but not entirely. So I have a few days that I work from the home, and a few days that I go to the office. So weekend tend to be my most free days. So that's why I come on here nowadays every Sunday in the afternoon. So yeah, that's pretty much how we started these lives, and I have somehow kept them going. I miss one or two here and there. Sometimes my Sundays, get busy once in a while. So that's the only time I miss the lives. But most of the Sundays, I'm here. So very much welcome. If this is your first time, I was gonna say if this is your match time. If this is your first time seeing my face, this white-haired lady with white eyebrows, feel very welcome, and say hi, stay on if you like hearing me ramble and say nothing really. You can stay on. I create content, and sometimes I'm consistent with that as well. Sometimes I'm not. I need to be more consistent, honestly. But here I am. I post once in a while, mostly once a week. So there are a couple of videos on this channel about anything and everything. Some are boring. Some are interesting. Yeah, if you have time, you can check them out and see what I'm talking about. So yeah, that's what I do on this side of internet. I have been, like I said, like I mentioned, I have been in the village. My boss shouldn't see this, but I was away. I was working from the village. Of course, I was still at work. So it's been nice. It's been really, really nice. I can't overemphasize how amazing it's been seeing mom after I was last in the village in March. And it was one of the hardest times of our lives as a family during that period, because we lost our dad in March, or I lost my dad, me and my siblings. I lost my dad in March, and so that period was just blurry. It was a lot, and so much happened, so much went on, and just time just flew. I can't even tell you what happened during that period. So I was last home that time. And after everything, thank you, Yon. After everything that comes with, losing someone, you plan for burial, you plan for this, you plan for that, just trying to put everything together within a span of few days. And once everything comes together and we buried dad, then everybody went. The guests, the visitors, the family, the friends, once they come, and once the burial is done and the funeral is cleared, people go back to their lives, right? And we also have our lives. We have work to go to, we have family, friends, stuff to come back to, and that's the nature of life. So after that period, we stayed in we stayed home for like 3 to 4 weeks, which is basically a month, to just have everything planned and worked through. So we stayed home for a month, and then April, I think we came back before Easter. So April, we all packed our bags and went to our different places. Some came back to the city, others went back to where, my siblings, we all don't live here. So, as we live here, we came back to Nairobi. My other siblings went back to their lives. And so mom remained with my other siblings. Hi. Hi, how are you doing, Sudan? How is India? Welcome to this live. Nice to have you here. And yeah, we're just catching up and sharing how the week has been, etc., etc., etc. So, mom was left back home with my brother. And then, as we came back and tried moving on, not even moving on, tried getting stuff moving, work, life, school, because nothing is waiting for you to mourn and grieve and then come back, and you just have to integrate all these things somehow into your life. Can you try Indian food? Yes, I can. I have tried Indian food. It was very spicy. I like spicy food for sure. I enjoy spices in my food. But that was extra spicy. It was good. It was a friend's treat. And honestly, I would try Indian food. Please try to speak English. I'm speaking English. Yeah, Yon, I am, right? Maybe I'm sounding like I'm speaking what? Swahili? Anyway, so we went back to the city and life somehow kept going. And over the few months since April, when I came back to July, I've just kept thinking, if I get like even a few days, I'll go back home and just breathe, you know, see mom, how she's. I mean, we communicate every day, but just sit down and just see her outside, everything that happened, because she was right in the middle of it. She was receiving guests and everything. And yeah, it was a lot. So I was like, if I get even few days, I'll just go home and spend a couple of days with her and just see how she's doing, but also just breathe for myself, because I felt like life was just moving too fast. Life was just moving too fast, and there was not even a time to process everything that happened. You know, what was the name of the food? We had naan and some meat. Was it lamb? Something lamb, if I remember right. But I remember naan very well. It was nice. And some lamb. I can't remember, the name of the food specifically, but it was something in that line. Where are you from? I'm from Kenya. I'm in Kenya. But it is tough getting back to life after losing a loved one. I lost my dad 3 years ago. It's still tough now, but it does get better. Absolutely. I honestly, I can't even try put words on how tough it is. But you have to get back to life. You have work to do, bills to pay. So somehow you have to just keep going, even in the middle of everything. But I guess for me, it's been slightly manageable because of the kind of work that I do. I get some time to work from home, so I'm not always in the office. And when I'm in the office, it's pretty chilled. Like, I love what I do, and it's pretty chilled. So it's been really manageable. Um, so yeah, hopefully it will get better. I'm hoping for that. Thank you, thank you. She's from Nairobi. Yes, I am. So yeah, when I got time last week, I said, you know what? I'm gonna pack few clothes and I'm gonna go home and see mom. That's what I did. I went home and spent as much time as I could home. Of course, it was tough. It was. It still is. Seeing an empty dad's chair, you know, missing him on our dinner table, and there's a specific spot on the veranda where he would sit every single day. Every day, I think for the past, I don't know, for the past 10 or so years. There's a spot outside, unless he wasn't home, but if he was home, which he was for the most um, of those years, he would sit at that spot. Whether it rains or like that was a spot in the veranda, and he would sit facing out into the compound. So that spot is the hardest spot to look at, because we realize that spot is now empty, and yeah, the chair is still there. We haven't moved the chair. Timmy, hi, how are you doing? So that chair still sits there empty, and there are just a couple of things that he would say, that he would do, that nobody says, that we can't hear, that we can't listen to. So those are very, very tough realities that hit you when you go home. When you are here in the city, life is so busy and it's so fast, and before you realize it, is that the right English? A day has gone, a week has gone, a month has gone, and you have like maybe in between your day, you think about it, in between you're busy, week, you think about it, but life goes on, you have stuff that you need to do, you get to them. But when now you don't have things to do, like I didn't have the past week, to just sit and breathe and also just process everything, then it hits you really hard. Language of your country. My language is Swahili. We speak Swahili. Yeah, like that's our language. You can speak to anyone and everyone in Swahili. We also speak English. Yeah, and then we have our mother tongues. Depending on which part of the country you come from, we have different mother tongues. So yeah, those are the languages of my country. I speak Luo. That's my mother tongue. So yeah, I hope that answers your question, Sudan. You please say that namaste in India. Namaste, namaste. Namaste is hi, or is it thank you? Thank you for tapping the screen. I see it. Please continue. And also, you can give the live a thumbs up. In actually remembering my dad today, I'm wearing one of his sweatshirts. This was like one of his new whatever sweatshirts that he never got to wear. I remember every time, because I declutter closets for living. That's what I have done for many, many years. I do closet decluttering, styling, wardrobe makeover, a lot of fashion stuff. So every time I would go home, I would help them declutter their closet. I would always declutter my parents' closets. I would declutter some of his books. I would do a lot of decluttering in the house. And he never, this was new. And I remember every time I would um, go through his clothes, and of course mom's clothes, I would always remind him, you've not worn this sweatshirt. And I would even remove it for him to wear it. But for some reason, he never wanted to wear it. Like, he never wanted to wear it. You'd always say, I'll wear it, return it, just return it, hang it there. I will wear it. And yeah, he left it as new as he got it from my aunt. It was a gift from my aunt to him. We got a couple of sweatshirts and he was wearing a few of them, but this one was still hanged in the closet. So I picked it and I said, I'm gonna every time I miss him, I'm gonna wear it. Yeah, so today was one of those days. Please, okay, namaste means hello in India. Okay, namaste, got it. What are you doing in your life when you work? Yes, what I'm doing with my life is eating Njugus. I don't know if you guys can see them, but we call them in Kiswahili. These are groundnuts. These are groundnuts, but we call them in Kiswahili njugu. So njugu is very, very sweet with tea. And I am having that now. What I'm doing for work, like I said, I declutter closets. I help people organize their closets. I style. I am a stylist, and I do what? I do makeovers. That's what I do, Sudan. It sounds like a good dad. He was. I mean, he had his weaknesses, like we all do, but he was my father. He was a good father. Thank you for liking the live. Sorry, I am kicking my tripod here. Thank you for giving it thumbs up. As you join in, say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. How is your Sunday afternoon going? Anything interesting, fun that happened last week that you'd like to share with us? Any highlight? For me, the highlight was going home, seeing mom eating some home prepared made food by my mother. I threw my I threw my workout plan out of the window. Yeah, I thought I was gonna do some running. I was able to do walks. I was able to go for my walks, but I wasn't able to go for my morning or evening runs. And I even carried my running shoes, which really came in handy for my walks. I'm so happy I carried them. I had my running jacket, my like all my running stuff. I carried some of them. And I'm really happy I did carry them, even though I didn't manage to go for my run, but they were really a good motivation for me to just go for my short walks. So definitely the highlight of my week, my month, really was, yeah, traveling home for a short visit. So yeah, what was your highlight for the week? I feel I feel life is so small. My life was very difficult. Oh, I'm sorry for that. Sorry to hear that. I just got into my education. In Denmark, we got answers on. In Denmark, we got answers on the ones we applied for. I got an offer from my first choice, so I'm very happy and anxious. Congratulations, Yon Bubbles. That's a really great highlight for the week. All the best as you begin your education. I wish you all the best. You are very poor. No money to eat some food. No money to eat some food. Sudan. What is life? I got some food that mom gave me, and even a chicken that is in my balcony. I don't know. You are in India, I'm in Kenya. I can't share that with you, unfortunately. I would have sent you some cassava. She gave me some cassava. There's some pawpaw that she gave me, some avocado as well, and a live chicken. And yeah, of course, some maize to, make maize flour with. So she gave me so much for me and my siblings. And yeah, I wish I could share that with you. You're welcome, Yon. I don't have money. I don't have money. I don't have money, sorry. No, unfortunately, I don't have money, Sudan. I don't have money. I know I look like I have money. Praise God. But I don't have any, unfortunately. I have spent what I had going home to see mom. Now I'm left to survive for the whole of August. The month has just started, you know. So yeah, you look like a model. Thank you. Thank you, One Stage, and welcome to today's live. So, who else wants to share the highlight of their week? Who wants to share the highlight of their week? How has your week been? How was your week? How is your weekend going? What is your plan for the coming week? Thank you guys for liking the live. Thank you so much for liking the live. For me, it's gonna be a really busy week. Yeah, it's gonna be a busy week. And and I'm excited for the week ahead. So I'm excited to go back to my running. I am way behind on my marathon training. I have like, let me see how much time I have. I have this month, I have August to train. I have August, September. I have roughly, the marathon is in, let me see. I have 2 months and 1, 2, 3. I have exactly 2 months and 3 weeks to train for a marathon in October. I have been slacking. I started my training before I traveled, so I'd started warming up and getting going, but that kind of went when I traveled, which I'm not complaining. I am not complaining, but I really need to pick it up because I don't have much time. I have a 12-week training program that a friend shared with me that I'm hoping to follow, because this is gonna be my first time running a marathon. I've done 2 half marathons. This is my first time doing full marathon. Dude, stop. We get it. You're having a rough time in your life, but I know it's a no. You need to understand what people tell you. Yeah, begging will not get you anywhere. Yeah, I hope you understand, because I already said I don't have. So probably has understood that. Anyway, so I'm excited to get back to my routine, get back to my training. Hopefully I'll get started on Tuesday or probably Wednesday. I need to get back to my swimming class, and yeah, I have a long way to go with that, but I'm excited to get back to it this week, hopefully, and then of course get back to the office tomorrow. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a good week. I'm super excited to get back to my routine, honestly. Yeah, the week looks interesting. You must be in good shape. I was until I went to home, and I really enjoyed. Yeah, everything mom cooked, I enjoyed. But I don't think that has done a lot of damage. But you feel like, oh man, I'm really overindulged. But hopefully I'll get back to my routine and we'll get back to shape. Yeah, sounds like it. Oh, Lola Quantum AI official. Aloha from Hawaii. Okay, how is Hawaii? Welcome to today's live. I am happy to engage with you guys. Thank you so much for being here and just saying hi. And it feels good to know that I'm not talking to myself. There's you guys on the other side of the screen who are engaging with me. It does. So I am really eager to get back to my training, because honestly, it's a long way to go to be able to get ready mentally, physically, emotionally for that marathon. And I am determined. I'm determined to get as much as I can before that day, and I'm gonna get it. So let's go. Oh, Sudan is asking, Yon, can you give me some money? Okay. No, Sudan. I don't think. Let me do something. No. What did I do? No, did I delete or something? What would I do? Anyone who can give me money, please. Sudan is asking everybody for money. Oh, you got it. Sounds like you got the right motivation. I think when I signed up for this marathon, I knew I'm done. I knew, you gotta do what it takes. There's no looking back. Now you have put your hat in the ring. Yeah. And this is what comes with it. I don't want to be one of those people who just appear on race day and hope to win it. I know there are people who've done that and it works for them. But as for me, I like to be prepared. I like to prepare myself, you know. I'm gonna do what I can to get prepared. You know, sometimes I don't prepare enough, but at least I know my limits. And I prepare well enough to be able to manage what comes my way. So this one is one of those that I really don't have an option. I just have to prepare within those 2 months and 3 weeks, a little under 12 weeks. But yeah, I'm gonna do what I can with those. How many weeks are those? 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 11 weeks. Yeah, if I start tomorrow, I should be fine actually. If I start tomorrow, I should be fine. By the time I'm hitting 11 weeks, honestly, I should be somewhere. So I'm hoping to the consistency is normally the challenge, honestly. Yes, bro. Okay, let me see what. Yeah, I think so. Then just stop, honestly. Yeah, there's no point of harassing my viewers asking for money. Um, I don't think it's right, Sudan. Yeah. I don't think that's right. Sudan, let's just chill out and have like chilled conversation. Um, Sudan, I mean, honestly, it's very hard to experience poverty. It's very hard place to be. But I also think as well that going around asking money from people sometimes is not the best way to seek help, you know. Hopefully something comes your way and you get something to keep you going. But yeah, just asking random people you just met online for money. I know there are people who does ask and they get help. I'm not disputing that fact, but also it depends. I don't know. Do me a favor, chat and check to make sure that like button is working. Lola, are you asking me to do that? Is it not working? Um, let me see. Let me see. I think it's working. I can see your charts. I can see Yon is saying it worked for me. Yeah, I think it's working. Like I'm able to see your charts. Or what do you mean, Lola? Yeah. Unless let me know what you mean, but I think the chat button is working. So, what was I saying? Where was I? Where was I? Marathon. Thank you, Yon. I was on the marathon and training, right? And I've seen people wing it, like somebody just wing half marathon like that, no training, no preparation. They show up on marathon day and somehow they make it to the finish line. Like, I envy those people. I wish I was one of those people, you know. I am not. So for me, I train even for 10K. Like, if I'm registered for 10K, which I did on uh, my very first run. I wanted to call it marathon, but my very first run was 10K. And honestly, that was such a long shot for me back then. And running 10K was such a huge thing for me. I trained for that first run, and ever since that, I've been training. You know, my other 2 half marathons that I have done, I've made a point of just preparing, and I have seen a very big difference when I have trained for my runs and when I've not. And I honestly, I'm gonna pick training. I'm gonna pick training because you don't want to be the one having muscle pulls and having all sorts of challenges on the track or on the trail, and you can barely make it to the finish line. And what comes after that run, you don't want to experience that. So I'm like, thank you very much. Let me just spend time getting ready, training, and then deal with what may come after that, you know. And most of the time when I've trained and when I've prepared myself, both psychologically and physically, it's always a great experience, especially after running. Because for me, post run is what determines whether I trained or not. So that moment when you cross the finish line and you come back home and you sleep and wake up the following day, that's when you know whether your training was worth it or not. For me, I experienced it the following day. You know, that day after you've run and everything, the emotions are high, you're feeling so high, so nice and everything. But then the following day, are you able to get out of the bed? Are you able to make a step? And honestly, for my last 2 half marathons, I was able to go to work the following day. Two of them, the marathon was on a Sunday like today, and on Monday, woke up, showered, got dressed, went to work. And it was very, very different. And I was able to make it through that day. I mean, of course, it's not less painful because you trained well and prepared And so the following day, you're just gonna fly out of the out of the bed and go like, "Whoo! What a beautiful day!" No, of course you're gonna feel your muscles. You're gonna feel everything, but you are able to get through the day without what I was gonna say, without much struggle. There a bit of struggle, but you're able to get through your day. And you know, I am on the side of let's train. Yeah. So that's why I need to get back on my training program and hit the road running. Yeah. Anyone training for a marathon or who've done full marathon and have some advice, some encouragement for me, please feel free to share your tips for training. Sorry, this mug is messing with me. Roger, so what's up? Nice to see. Nice to see you. How are you doing? Thank you guys for liking the live and showing love to this live. Please say hi if you haven't. If you are joining for the first time, say hi. And let me know where you're watching from. How is your Sunday afternoon going? I don't run, but my friend exercises a lot. He says once you start, you will feel sore every day. It is something you have to live with, he says. Yes. Yes, it's something you have to live with every day. Yeah, I guess you have to choose. You are tough. That's what they say. And also, I think once you start, like, and you get into it, there's just something. There's just some high that you get used to, and you're like, oh, the feeling is so good, even with the pain and the soreness. You're like, this is worth it. So yeah, I think your friend is right. Blessed hailing from Trinity and Tobago, right, Rogers? Did I get that right? How is what, Trinity and Tobago? Is that right? How are you guys doing over there? Trinidad. Trinidad and Tobago? Oh, am I saying my own things? Please correct me, Rogers, if I'm misrepresenting you. Runners High, yes, that's what they call it. That one, it's very nice. Once you get it, yeah, there's no going back. Yes, it's Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, thank you so much. How is I was gonna say, how is you guys doing there? How are you guys doing there? What's up? What's going on? How have you been? It's been a minute. I have finished my njugu. It was so nice. It was so yum. It was yum yum. And my tea is also finished. What a great way to catch up with you guys. Love your channel. Keep it up. Thank you, Roger. We are still going on. As you can see, we are still here, trying to be as consistent as I can. But yeah, sometimes I fall short. In Denmark, we're having nice weather today. I might go out for a walk and look for some Danish pastries and bun. Great. You guys are still enjoying summer. Very nice. Enjoy your summer because it's winter here. It's what we call winter here in Nairobi. And it's very funny because back in the village where I was, it's very hot. It's hot, it's sunny, like the difference is as day and night. The weather was beautiful there. Like I was in shorts and my vest. It was nice. Back in the city. And now I have to be in long sleeves, sweatshirt, and my pants and socks because it's cold. Yeah. So we are still in winter here. So enjoy your summer and your walk, and hopefully you get some yummy pastries and buns. Well, I mean, we probably exaggerate it. It's cold and it's not snowing. It's never snowing here. It's not raining. To us, it's very cold because I guess we are used to warm sun and everything. So what is the temperature today? Let me see. Today we are at 23. It says 23 degrees Celsius. And I guess to you guys in Europe, that's like, what do you mean? That's cold? Is that what you're complaining about? 23 degrees? Anyway, to us, it's very cold, you know? So that's what we are saying. So it's really not, you are cold in Europe and whatever, US and all other parts of the world. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. Greeting from gorgeous lady, Mr. Miyagi. What's up? How are you doing? Thank you for joining. Only 2 seasons in TNT, rainy and dry season. We are in the rainy season. I mean, that's more or less the same here. It's pretty much rainy and sunny, but we have June, July, partly August where it gets cold. Yeah, but the most known season are rainy and sunny. It's 2022 and you're saying it's sunny. You see what I mean? Here it's 23 and yeah, walk in Nairobi. Everybody will tell you it's cold. The whole of this city and even its surrounding, because I'm a little outside the city. I mean, I am in the city, honestly, but I'm in a different county. We have Nairobi County and then we have like neighboring counties, but I'm in the city by all means. So it's pretty cold. Everyone will tell you it's cold because of how we are used to the sun. You see, minus degrees Celsius. I don't know. I don't know how that would feel for me. I've never experienced minus in my life. So minus 10 Celsius would probably be a new story for me to tell. Well, thanks. And yourself? I am doing well. Thanks for asking. And I'm just trying to keep up my live promise of coming here every other week. And I'm keeping that promise to myself and to you guys. So, yeah, that's what's up, Miyagi. TNT is on the equator. Yes, yes. I also think there's an equator passing somewhere in Kenya in Nanyuki. So I guess it's somewhere from TNT to Kenya. I don't know, but it's interesting how the weathers are. I think weather has changed a lot over the past few years. Even back in the village, like this time of the year would be a rainy season, and my mom was telling me they've not had rain, I think, since May, you know, and at this point of the year, they would be planting. In fact, they would have planted, but to this very day when I left, they're still waiting for the rain. It rained once, and some people planted and everything, but you don't know when it will rain next, and your crops are already in the soil. So they were waiting for maybe a second or third rain for most people to plant. But normally, in the past years, this would be a season when they'd already planted. It was raining, and the weather was a very good weather for planting season. Not the case in the past few years. And so the weather has really changed so much. Yeah, I think you really get to experience that when you travel to places where people farm and plant and everything. When you're in the city, you really don't care for the weather. You experience it, but there's no much change in your life or the way you live. You don't plant, you don't grow food, you don't harvest. So really, climate change is a real thing. It's extra bad in Denmark because it is mixed with humidity. I see. So it's more like down at the coast. Yeah, it's really humid at the coast in Mombasa. Okay. Coal goes straight into the bones. It does, it does, it does, it does, it does, it does. Yeah. So we are trying to just keep. Luckily, the sun comes out maybe some days, like, you can have sun maybe one day of the week, or sometimes in the course of the day. I need the sun, especially for me who is taking my swimming classes. I need the sun to be able. The pool where I go to for my swimming classes is not a heated pool, so I knew when I signed up during this month for my swimming class, I was gambling with the weather, and clearly it has shown me that it's gonna be cold. Anyway, I'm hoping for like a warm, Wednesday or Thursday, because that's when I'm hoping to go back for my swimming class. But generally, it's manageable cold. It's not that cold where you have to have a heater in the house. I don't have a heater in the house. I know there are people who can't do without heater, especially if you have like a condition. But for me, I am able to manage without that. So it's manageable. Wow, it's already 1 hour plus on this live, just rambling and catching up and talking. Yeah, for me it's okay. Cold, I mean hot cup of tea, some njugu here and there, and I'm good to go. the cycles of the planet has been interfered by the hands of humanity modernization. Very true. Very, very true. And I don't know where we'll be in the next in the next 20, 30 years. Yeah, it's gonna be very different from what it is now. I mean, it's already very different from what it was 10 or so, 20 years ago. It's very different. So when they say climate change that, climate change this is happening, that is, it's a conversation that we should honestly pay close attention to. Yeah, because it's they are saying it's gonna be, Kenya is gonna experience a really bad famine this year because the harvest hasn't been good. And as things stand right now, the farmers have not planted because there's no rain. So you can imagine we are already going into like a very, very rough year in terms of food production and enough food to feed the country. And then we are on a weather, a climate, and everything that is not even supporting us moving forward. So yeah, we're just gonna have to brace ourselves for maybe, I don't know what lies ahead. We need to educate our children to let them be aware of what we are doing. Yes, absolutely. We do need that. We do need that. Especially things to do with the environment, things to do with pollution, things to do with conservation. Yeah, it's affecting our life, it's affecting the animals, like it's affecting everything really. You say the modernization, yeah, it is. So we really need to educate our children and even ourselves on how to change things. Yeah, it must be tough. It is tough, you know. It is tough. It is tough because even there's no vegetables. Like, I mean, I grew up partly in the village. Like, honestly, not even partly. I was born in the city, brought up in the village, right? And things have really changed so much so that even vegetables, stuff that was very, very available, what we grew up in, what was in every farm, in every household, vegetables was like a basic, very basic necessity, and it was in plenty. But now it's like gold. It's like gold. Things that used to grow like weeds in the farm. Now you have to plant, water it, do all these things, use manure, use I don't know, all these things they've introduced. And even then, after doing all that, you are not even guaranteed of a harvest to even feed your own household, leave alone to sell the surplus and extra. To even feed your own household is a problem. You know? I remember most of the time when we would travel home for holidays, you know, to just spend some time with our parents and everything, and would you'd come back in the city with so much. So much. Mom would be like, you got it, carry it, But now there's no vegetables in the farm. Like, you have to go to the market to be able to buy even what to consume in your own house. I yeah, Mom was telling me about that, and I was like, things are getting out of hand. We are going to a place where even finding vegetables is gonna be very hard, and it's so sad. It's affecting us. So true, very true, Rogers. I feel the people in power are keeping us from doing good, progressive work to make the world a better place. Money, money, money. It is sad. Uh, yes, it is sad, and now I don't know. Maybe it's because of like there's modern way of farming, which is good because I mean the returns, the yields are better, but now you have to use a lot of chemicals. That's also what I've realized. I mean, when you grew up back home, the only manure that would be used in the farm were like organic cow, chicken, goats manure, organic from home. There was no going to buy fertilizer there, going to buy pesticides there, and everything. Like, it was all organic, and the produce was so much. It was good. It was a lot. But now they've introduced all these seeds. You have to plant this kind of seed from this kind of, you're given seeds by the government, and for this seed to yield fruits and produce, you have to buy this kind of fertilizer, you have to use this kind of pest control, all this. There's just so much to do for you to be able to get good produce and to your farm to yield some nice, you know, crops and everything. And on the other hand, it's expensive to just maintain that. Of course, spend money to use money, but for small farmers in the village, that math is not mathing. The produce is, you know, but eventually the soil gets really damaged, after using so much pest control, and these things get into the soil, and the soil is very damaged. And that's why even vegetables that used to grow like weeds don't grow anymore, because these things kill the soil. They kill everything in the soil. So in the long run, you end up really damaging the soil, and these things get into the water, and this whole environment thing we are talking about, it's a ripple effect, right? This the big corporation decides what to grow. What to grow? You mean grow types of vegetables are disappearing too. Yes. Also, the water underground get contaminated by all those things. Exactly, it's killing small lakes too. Exactly, this thing is it's a ripple effect. The other day it's been on news, like all over the country. The elephants at let me see, the elephant died at the park because of contaminated water. Like over 15 elephants died. Is it Amboseli or Savo National Park? Oh, my laptop just went off. And because they went to a nearby water body. Of course, these animals integrate sometimes well, sometimes not well with the community. And so they went to the nearby water body to drink water. Unfortunately, that water was contaminated by cyanide, something like that, which came from the farms nearby, from the community. They use this chemical in their farm, and it find its way to this water, which the animal from the park went and, drank. and 15 of those elephants were found dead. And when the Kenya Wildlife Service did like a test, and they did everything to find out what killed these animals, they found out that it's the water they drank, from the nearby water body, and these chemicals apparently came from the farms. So it's really, really affecting us in all aspects of our life. Yeah, I know it's very crazy. It's been on news here, and it's been like what people are talking about. Ken Rick, how are you doing? How have you been? Nice to see you here once again. I hope you've had a good week. It's bad. It's bad, Yon. You know. We have also had a lot of fish dying here in Denmark the past years. Yeah, that happens a lot, even in Lake Victoria. I mean, there's a project we are doing down there with some communities, and the water hyacinth at the lake, it's damaging, and this is as a result of contaminated water getting into the lake from the nearby companies and industries. They get into the lake, and as a result, this water hyacinth grow, and they choke the lives of fish and everything in the lake. So it's crazy. you know you look very beautiful. Thank you, Kendrick. Wow, guys, I really gotta go. It's I really have to sign out. I need to charge my laptop and get a few things done. I have a meeting at 6 p.m. that I need to get ready for, and then just prepare for the week ahead. Remember, I've been away, so I need to just get ready to start off the week tomorrow. So I will have to go. I have to go soon also. It's good meeting you. You seem like a good, honest, and positive person. Thank you for being you. Good luck, you are training. Thank you, John. It's been nice, meeting you and having you on this live. Thanks for your time, for engaging, for staying on this long. It's been 1 hour plus, right? Yeah. Bless, love, more life, health, and prosperity. You too, Roger. You too. And don't disappear like that. Yeah. On a light note, I know life gets busy, and sometimes you just have to disappear. So happy to have you back. I'm going to wish you guys a good week ahead and an amazing evening. What's the time? Let me see. It's 37 minutes past 3 here. Hopefully, I will catch you guys next Sunday. Could be same time or later, but it has to be on a Sunday afternoon. So watch out for that. If you haven't subscribed, feel free to go and subscribe to this channel if you like. If you like content that is random and everything else rambling on here live, no pressure, just go check it out, and you can subscribe if you like to check out a few videos that I posted on there, and yeah, let me know what you think. You too, all the best to you. Thank you, John. Yeah, with that, I'm gonna have to say goodbye for today, and I'll see you next week, right? Deal? Is it a deal? Is it a deal? Is it a deal? Will you be here next week? Will you show up? You will? Okay, good. Good. Thank you. And more time. More time? Roger, what do you mean more time? What is more time? Thank you for liking the live, even as we finish. What do you mean more time, Roger? You mean extend the live to like, I don't know, 2 hours, 3, 4? I don't know if I can talk for 4 hours. That's a long time. That's a long time, but yeah, maybe in the future we'll get there. Who knows? Not goodbye more. More time. Not. I don't understand you, Roger. Not goodbye. More. Hmm? Okay. Maybe I'm missing something, but I don't think I understand you. So you guys have a good evening, and I will see you next week. Bye bye. Uh-huh. Where is my bar? Okay, there we go.